News Radio 700 WLW.
Jace, we always love having this guy on, and this case caught my eye. And I thought maybe we could have a fine discussion about it with our good friend John Rizvi, the patent professor. He's an adjunct professor of patent law at Nova Southeastern Law School in Florida. He's written a couple of books on patents, and it's always a pleasure to talk to John Rizvi, the patent professor. John, welcome back.
Thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
So, John, let's talk about our good friend Meghan Markle. Now, as I said in the text I sent you today, this poor woman can't seem to get out of her own way no matter what she does.
Yeah, and these trademark battles are just the latest, I think, in a series of bad news that she's had with this new launch. It's hard to launch a new product if the name you've chosen for the new product is already embattled in controversy, and that's exactly what's happening with the name. For American Riviera Orchard is the brand that Meghan has launched, and it's facing a lot of problems.
So explain for people who don't know, she's battling, well, the latest person she's battling over this is Harry and David, right?
Yeah, so there's multiple issues. The first issue is that a fruit basket company, Harry and David, already have a trademark and that they've had for years and years. This is a fruit company that goes back to 1934 for Royal Riviera for peach baskets. And Meghan Markle's trademark is American Riviera Orchard. The problem with that, there's multiple issues. One, of course, is that Harry and David, I believe, have a pretty strong case that their customers are going to be confused that their name, Royal Riviera, is somehow associated with American Riviera Orchard, especially since Meghan is royalty, or, that's another, they've just, I guess, trying to distance themselves from royalty. But the important thing is the consumers themselves have not accepted that. So they still associate her with royalty, and there's going to be confusion there. But the other issue is, under trademark law, it's unfair. The policy is you cannot have one company given exclusive rights to a geographic location. And American Riviera is a known, extremely well-known nickname for Santa Barbara, California. And that's an additional, perhaps bigger issue, even if Meghan was to somehow overcome the Harry and David fruit company's protest that they filed opposing her mark.
So obviously on the surface, American Riviera is different, completely different name than Royal Riviera. But what you're saying is that the fact that she is a part of the royal family can somehow play into that, can somehow play into the fact that infringes on the copyright of for them?
Exactly, the trademark. And ultimately, so ultimately trademark law is about preventing consumer confusion. And it's what really matters in the end is what the customers believe and what they think. And customers of Harry and David's fruit baskets, if that's Harry and David's position, is that they are going to be confused and associate some kind of link between Royal Riviera and Meghan. And there's no link whatsoever. She has nothing to do with their company. But when she starts a separate brand, American Riviera Orchard, it's just too close to the name that they've had trademarked forever, and therefore that it's going to confuse their customers. And the purpose of a trademark examiner, when they're reviewing a new trademark, is to prevent consumer confusion and reject applications for trademarks from people who come later on if there's somebody who already has rights to that mark who's going to be harmed. And that's exactly what Harry and David are claiming, is that their rights are going to be trampled on if this new trademark is granted to Meghan.
Oof. John Rizvi, the patent professor, is our guest. And John, the question's got to be asked, why didn't Meghan Markle hire a patent attorney or something? Don't you have people who investigate this stuff and protect you from this type of action?
So, Exactly. I mean, what's typically done is you you do a trademark search to find out who else owns marks that might be confusingly similar, and then based on what you find, you make a decision. I don't really know how much research has been done, but it's a simple search to find out that, not even a search. I mean, I think the Harry and David's product is pretty well known, Royal Rivera. So I find it hard to believe that there's nobody on Meghan's team that is not aware of that mark, and how they thought they would not be confusingly similar is hard to picture. And anytime you file for trademarks on a broad number of goods, types of products, like this product is for pet products that she's filed for, skincare, linens, kitchen items, home decor, the list goes on and on, gardening tools, I mean, yoga equipment. Like, how can you file in that many classes and not expect that you use a term like American Riviera, which is a well-known nickname for Santa Barbara, California, that you're not going to get trample on someone else's prior rights, and certainly that you're not going to get a rejection for your mark merely being geographically descriptive. I mean, after all, the whole purpose for the policy behind not preventing geographic names is so that one company does not monopolize, one business doesn't monopolize the name of a geographic area or the nickname for a geographic area and prevent competitors from using that term. So by trying to trademark American Riviera Orchard, Meghan's essentially saying that American Riviera, along with Orchard, is something that should belong exclusively to her. And that's something that the trademark office is opposed to.
And so not only has she ticked off the company Harry and David, then, like, can the city of Santa Barbara, California go after her, or?
Well, they could as well. Like, okay. The way they can file a protest opposing her application, or if the examiner agrees to publish the opposition, the trademark for opposition, they can oppose it as well. And I think they'd have pretty strong grounds in that if they do not want an association where there is none, they could oppose it as well. So she's got multiple obstacles. My prediction is that there's going to be a rebranding of American Riviera Orchard as something else, and I can only hope that this time there's a proper trademark search done and a view, because there's a lot of strikes that this new company has had. I mean, 2 strikes already. I think they have to get the branding right the next time through.
All right. Always fascinating stuff. Professor John Rizvi, the patent professor, thanks so much. Always good to talk to you. People want to find out more. Where can they go?
Yeah, so our trademark, registered trademark, is the patent professor. You can type that in on any social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or go to our website, thepatentprofessor.com. And you'll find it. You'll find a blog where I write about patent and trademark issues just like this one.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.